Oh, that's awkward. I did my whole sup random word sequence. Well, guess you guys just have to miss out on today's word puzzle here. Think it went something along the line of sup what did we bup the whoop the good what do they what how why who are where do how be. Something along those lines. While we're sending out encrypted messages once again, up to you guys to decipher them. All right. Uh, McGann Tomon says it's 3 a.m. for me. Nice. It is nice. Sometimes you just want to be up at 3 a.m. and watching some random dude live stream and talk about random stuff. We all have those nights. It's the weekend, people. It's the weekend. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope your week has been good, and I hope you had a good half of your weekend. Oh, some people say they like my hair. Bro, today, let me tell you, first and foremost, I slept in. Felt amazing. If you guys know, when you get a day off and you're just able to turn that freaking alarm off, that hits different, right? That hits different. Your day just starts off a little better. I guess for those people who are workaholics or you just like working, you like being productive, even during days off, you will make sure you wake up early, maybe go hit the gym, maybe get something done. But for me, myself personally, I had a great day, right? Slept in, played some games, played some other games. Because my main game I can only play for like 15-30 minutes. I mean, I could stretch it closer to an hour if I really wanted to. But hey. Andreas Ferrentino says, "Hey dude, I finally made it to your stream. EU time zone is hard." Here's the thing, people. I've been wanting to shuffle my stream schedule around so I can, engage with some other people. But then again, if I switch it around, it's going to be earlier in the morning, probably like 6, 7 a.m. That's going to be on off days, first and foremost. I'm going to have to do that on off days. How many people are going to be able to make it? I mean, we're going to be hitting a different demographic, obviously. Like a lot of the PST people, right? You're not going to be able to wake up on time. And even if you are going to be able to wake up on time, a lot of people have school on Wednesdays. A lot of people have, work. So a lot of the Pacific Standard Time people can't catch it. I think Europe people can catch it. Asia people can catch it more. I don't know. All right? I don't know. The early birds in Asia usually are able to catch my live streams. But 7 p.m. is a weird time, right? I'm not going to deny it. 7 p.m. does feel like a weird time. Dun, 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 dun. Moment. Let me tell you guys something, all right? First and foremost, I hope you guys are excited for GEO. I hope you guys are. I mean, it's good to be excited for Ito, but for the right reasons, right? For the right reasons. Do I think personally? Do I think GEO is going to be meta again? Now, my question regarding that is, when has GEO ever been meta? That honestly is the first question. When has GEO ever been meta? Right? We really have to think back and think hard, people. Think hard. Is it GEO that is meta, or is it Zhongli that is meta? While Albedo certainly is a strong unit, I don't think Albedo is in of himself very potent as a unit. I know there are some Albedo stands out there, but hey, I'm just thinking. Does anyone in chat think GEO is going to be revolutionized somehow by Ito? Do you guys think Ito has the power to do that for the element? Let's put that up to a poll. Create a poll. Will Ito make Geo meta? Let's see. Let's see what chat thinks. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right. I have the poll up, people. Make it happen. Cast your votes and we'll see how this goes. Ah, yes, yes, I see it. Dante says, notice me, Walrus Senpai. Don't worry, I see you, I see you. Sockmoney Tran, we got everything set up. Don't worry, don't worry. Things are doing good now. So no, okay. You see, the thing with Geo, alright? The thing with Geo is that Nahoyo is making Geo too support-centric. Lay 7 coming in with the 10. Thank you, my man. Message says, Geo isn't weak. Geo is strong, but not the strongest. Geo gives you comfort gameplay because of shielding, but sacrifices a little bit of DPS. I say it's a fair trade. Lay 7 has got the right idea. Personally, I find that Geo is a solid element. Solid element with pros and cons. I definitely think Geo has its value in the community, in the meta. However, Geo pales in comparison on offensive calibrations. It just falls short when you try to use it for offense. However, mixing double Geo with double Pyro is a very easy way to get some cheap damage. It's very cheap damage. It's a very solid way. Okay, I'll stop now. It's a good way for people to amplify their team without doing anything. Simply existing with 2 Geos, 2 Pyros, you're going to be getting a lot more base damage than you would otherwise. And there's no gimmick, right? That's the strength of Geo. I think a lot of people underplay resonance because unlike a lot of different sources of damage in Genshin, resonance has no conditions. Oh, I mean, it does have conditions, but once you meet those conditions, you don't need to do anything else. It's always going to be there. You don't have to think about it. For example, Pyro Resonance, very strong. I think it's 25% attack, right? Is it 25% attack? Am I tripping? It sounds 25% sounds like a lot. That's 1/4. Sounds like a lot. Am I tripping? Wait, one moment. Let me check. I need a check in game. It is, right? I haven't checked it for a while, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's 25% attack. That's crazy. That's crazy. 25% attack for what? Just having 2 of the same elements, and Pyro is really strong. Geo, the problem right now is that Geo can't do that. Geo got nobody. I mean, they got somebody. Zhongli is very, very strong, right? Zhongli Albedo currently is a great Geo pair, but a lot of people skipped Albedo. A lot of people don't have Albedo. Now, my question with Ito is he going to be a main DPS, support DPS? I refuse to say healer, but I'll say it just for the sake of this. Or is he going to be a support? If he's going to be support, he won't compete with Zhongli. He can't. He simply can't. I don't think any Geo character right now can compete with Zhongli. It's not possible. Zhongli's effectiveness, too strong. So hopefully, Ito is either a main DPS or support DPS. Or a freaking Geo healer, because why not? A macho Geo healer. Hey, he's gonna club you back to health, right? Gonna smack you straight. Actually, no. He's gonna smack you sideways. But here's the thing. We need Geo to facilitate other roles that are meta. All right, we needed Geo to support other roles that are meta for meta-based players to even want to run him. I know Ito is going to be very popular when it comes to the community simply because of his build, right? Simply because of his build, Ito is going to be popular, but how much of it is applicable? How much of it is going to be actually used in combat versus tucked away in your little collection box sitting at level 1 for the rest of his time? GC Dubé, I hope I said that correctly, says calling that Ito would be a better Noel. I definitely could see Ito leaning more towards a more defensive stance. Like he can do damage through being tanky, like while being tanky. So here's another problem though. If Geo units are inherently tanky themselves, why do you need to run double Geo? Why would you need to run Zhongli if Ito can facilitate his own defense? Why not just run a support that is better and more offensive focused? Because if you're running 2 defensive units on your team, you better have a lot of backloaded damage, right? Or else it doesn't matter, because right now it doesn't matter if you can survive for a million years, right? If you can take hits like a freaking Thai boxer, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The time's going to tick down, run out, you're going to get that big fat fail on your screen, and you're going to feel like shit. That's why Geo isn't meta. And Ito being more tanky, more difficult to kill, won't change anything. It'll just give more emphasis to the supports that actually facilitates damage. And guess what? Ito won't work too well with Venti, because Geo and Anemo don't play together. All right? It's like oil and water. Don't play together. So at the end of the day, I'm a little worried about Ito. I'm not going to lie, all right? After saying all this roundabout BS, I'm kind of worried about Ito. And yes, Geo has some of the best daddies in the game. You can't deny that. And when I say daddies, I really just mean daddy. Geo has the best daddy in the game, got Zhongli, right? Hey, at least they got something going for them. But when it comes to synergy, that crystallized do be hurting. It do be hurting the element. It's the same reaction no matter what you do. It's always crystallized. There's no variation. It's boring. It's a boring reaction. Let's be honest. All right, I said it. There, I said it. Crystallize is a boring reaction. It doesn't make you excited to use it. And oftentimes, you really don't need it. If somebody's going to sit there and tell me their team is make or break because of crystallize, like, you don't have a team. That's not a team. See, I find that Geo has more potential to CC. Geo can be a great CC tool, honestly. Geo paired with Pyro could be eruption, right? Like a volcanic eruption. Delayed damage. So, like, for example, Geo and Pyro mix together. After a brief moment, the ground erupts, dealing pyro damage, right? Geo and Hydro could be CC, right? Geo, you apply Geo, and then you apply Hydro, it can be some sort of CC. Geo and Electro, I don't know. Really, I don't know, but there is potential, right? Geo plus water could be mud, right? It can slow enemies and deal damage over time. Electro and Geo could be Earthquake, could be a CC. Exactly. There we go. There we go. Now the ideas are flowing, right? There's a lot of things Geo could have done, Mihoyo could have, but they chose to go with this crystallized reaction. And now Geo is really struggling. Resonance Geo Resonance, it's one of the better resonance in the game. All right, Geo Resonance, it's phenomenal. It's amazing. It can honestly compete with the Pyro Resonance. We're not saying the resonance is not good. We're saying the reaction is not needed, not necessary, especially with Corrosion. Now with Corrosion, Crystallize is even more doo-doo. All right, Crystallize is unnecessary at this point. As we go deeper into Sumeru and moving forward, right, more corrosion-based effects is just going to make Crystallize less desirable. The double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. It's making healing more meta, and of course, it's going to shed away from shielding. Unfortunately, Crystallize is already an underutilized reaction simply due to how it's just not needed in any sort of gameplay. If you have Zhongli, even if you don't have Zhongli, if you have any like other shielder, Diona, much better. Right? Sanzu River coming in with the 5 says Electro's so weird, it doesn't even work in hypotheticals. Exactly. I froze there a little bit. I was thinking like what could Electro and Geo even realistically do? Like thematically, what can they do? And yeah, like Earthquake. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, Earthquake. Yeah, makes sense. Anemo plus Geo equals Dust. That could work. Damage over time, reduced vision. So it's like a CC and damage at the same time. That I guess that would make Geo a little too strong, right? That would make Geo a little too strong. Geo plus Cryo. Geo plus Cryo literally could just be CC. Kind of like a mini Zhongli ult. But much shorter and don't do as much damage. So it's a more defensive stat. Or it can be a self-protective stat. Right now, with Dendro, they could solve a lot of issues, right? They could make Dendro Geo. But then again, why would Dendro and Geo be any different than Crystallize? Migantomon is saying, Walrus, will you ever do a stream about the story trailer characters? Wait, what story trailer characters? Linny and Lynette. Sino? Sino? I did one. I mean, I didn't do a video. I did a live stream. I did a live stream talking about it. Yeah, we were on stream looking through the trailer units, and we were talking about it. I said the twins. I think that's Linny and Lynette, right? I said the twins were really good. I wanted to play the twins. I wanted to get the twins, and I hope that the twins were some sort of tag team character that has you basically get 2 in 1. Exciting stuff. I just didn't make it into the. Didn't make them into a video. I might do that. That's actually a good idea. I might actually go through each and every one of the trailer characters and make them into a video. Vincent saying, I hope Albedo will shine in meta someday. It's going to be tough for Albedo ever to be relevant because his multipliers just aren't there. While he's a very stable and consistent unit, he can put out a lot of output. He just isn't, there just isn't enough firepower in his kit to make him meta. And even if he ever does become meta, it's not going to happen within the next 1 or 2 years. Because as we get closer to Sumeru, shielding is just going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. Because I do think Mihoyo wants to promote Dendro. Mihoyo wants to promote Dendro as this shield counting thing, right? Now, as we move on today, we have another man's account. Yes, we have another person's account here reviewing. Let me first take a look before we jumped in. I want to see if they're a whale. Ooh, a small spender. They never bought the $100 pack. They do have the Welkin, so it's like a light spender. We're about to look at a light spender. At the very least, they haven't spent money since the anniversary reset. Well, they did a little bit, but they haven't spent much since the anniversary reset. All right. So let's see what this person's account is going to be like. Let me ask them what they want me to focus on. Here's the thing about account reviews. Each account is not built the same, all right? Accounts are not built the same. Depending on which unit you started off with, you could have progressed through the game at different rates, which in turn, over the long run, could have got you more or less Primo Gems. Vincent's asking, how do I apply for account review? For channel members, you just need to DM me. Let me know your channel member, and we can exchange information, and I can fit you in into a slot. For normal viewers, you have to wait until all the channel members have gone. And usually for viewers, you have to apply through the Discord. All right. So here we have it. This is the account we'll be talking about today. How come all the accounts we are trying to review have Kokomi? It's weird. Very interesting how a lot of people went out of their way just to get this character. We're gonna have to see how much they put into it. All right. Raiden Shogun, of course, Aloy for free. Skipped. Oh, wow. Why do people not like Ayaka? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do people not like Ayaka? I can understand skipping Kazuha. He kind of just came out of nowhere-ish. But nowadays, it's proven that he's very strong. Ayaka is probably the most used unit right now in at least 5-star that I know of in the Abyss. Very useful. Yoimiya, understandable that was skipped regarding all the controversies and whatnot. Got Hu Tao, have Ganyu, have Albedo, don't have Zhongli. That's unfortunate. Does have Venti. Is this account going to go for Ito? Have everybody paid your Chi-Chi tax. Even though you are a light spender, you have been indeed paying your Chi-Chi tax. Somehow don't have Kaching or Jean, but that's understandable. It looks like you're relatively lucky for the amount of money you spent to get all the characters that you have. I doubt you have any C6 though, right? Let's take a look. Level 90, level 80, level 80, level 80. So this is your strongest? Right. Ooh. $699, very smart. Going for that Riptide, not Riptide. Going for that melee damage, elemental skill damage. 988, 258, 3910. Primordial Jade Winged Spear. A very solid weapon overall for Hu Tao. Does that mean you got the crit damage? Hmm. 1-to-2 ratio, not bad, but Hu Tao's upper limits are definitely capped here. Kamikaze MMO coming in with the 5 says, who don't like Ayaka? One of my favorite characters, in my opinion, maybe the top DPS. Love Ayaka. She's awesome. The thing is, every time I've done an account review, they don't have her. I've done quite a number of account reviews. They don't have her. People just skipped Ayaka. Maybe it was because she was she's old news, right? When she did come out, everybody knew about her. Everybody knew her kit, so she was old news. Maybe that's why. Oh, it makes sense. All right, it makes sense. She's definitely strong, not simply just a waifu, right? If you're talking about simply just a waifu, where is she? Sanzu River coming in with the 10 says, if a low spender has C6, I want him or her to pull my Hu Tao. That's the thing, right? So here's the Kokomi. So Ayaka was skipped to get Kokomi, and Kokomi sits at level 20. This is the thing, right? People love this character so much, but it's really just eye candy. I know it's a bit rude to say Kokomi is just eye candy, but like honestly, to a lot of people, she is. People are not willing to play this character, but yet so many people have her. But her sales show that a lot of people skipped her. But how do I keep ending up seeing people having her? Lay 7 coming in with the 5. You guys are just on fire. Let's see what... Ayaka is the same voice as Rachel from Tower of God. And that right there makes her bad. I hate Rachel. Ooh, I remember that. I remember that. I do remember that. No spoilers though, but I can see where you're coming from, alright? I can see where you're coming from. Vincent says she is only eye candy. That's what I mean, right? That's what I mean. Not saying she's completely useless, but I'm just saying there are better options, and a lot of the times people already have her role filled with other units. Bennett, Diona, right? Even some people have Barbara already built, and they're like, you know what? I'm not about to build an entire new unit. I already have Barbara, but I'll get her. She's cute. Kind of like that. Make sense? So... let's see. So, this person wants to know what units they can further invest in to help them have more consistent Abyss clear. Now, the first one I'm going to look towards is Diona. Diona is well built, level 50 bow, sacrificial bow. You're running the 4-piece noblesse. Let's see what are the substat. Which Diona are you running? Triple HP? HP crowd damage HP. I honestly would slap HP on this as well. You're not gonna get too much damage out from Diona when it comes to crowd damage. It's all right. You got double HP already, looking solid, doing good, great substats. Another one is Venti, definitely very strong, very up there. Ascension 4, good. You can try to push Venti a little higher, maybe Ascension 6, level 80. Give him push those stats up a little more. Get this weapon to Ascension 5. If you want more consistency, that's what I'm trying to help you with right now, consistency. So you got Ganyu running the Skyward Harp along with Tartaglia. Interesting. Let's see Ganyu's stats. 41.4256. This Ganyu must hit like a truck. Got that C0. Actually, I'm interested in constellations. C0, C0, C0. Oh, bro, you missed one. Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry. Oh. Kamikaze MMO says, Walrus, review my account. Of course, no problem. Shoot me a DM. Let's take a look. C0, C0, C0. For people who don't know Venti C1, take a read for yourselves, and you tell me how useful this is for Venti. Sock money? Do we have an explanation for what happened here? Please. We need a legitimate reason as to what happened here. Did you get lucky? Ah, it was a lucky double pull. No wonder. I was like, okay, been paying the Chi-Chi tax. Not enough. Wish I would get a C1 Chi-Chi. Got a double pull for Venti. Lucky. Oh, wait a minute. C6, C2, C6, C6. You see, people, even low spender, like people who've been playing a long time, they're getting there. Really. Wow, look at that. This beats Barbara any day. Sanzu River with the 5 says, true story, I see 6 Bennett just so I can play Pyro Kaching. Do not try this at home. Honestly, it's fun. All right, I'm not gonna lie. It's fun. I had the pleasure of playing on an account with C6 Bennett, and I actually tried out Pyro Kaching and a lot of different Pyro units. Usually, you want them to hit a little faster for it to work, for these on-hit effects to work. It's fun. I'm not gonna lie. Really, realistically speaking, is it practical? No, but is it fun? Yeah, it's fun. Look at this. Quite a number of C6 units. Depending on what banner they can... Ooh, got that C6 Jinyan sitting at level 20. Respect, respect. Got that C1 Amber. Star of another world. The time has not yet come for this person's corner of the night sky to light up. Well then. Sitting at level 1, she will. Until she lights up. Okay. So here's the thing, right? The first thing I noticed for your account is that you definitely lack consistency. Without Zhongli on your team, on your roster at all, you need to be building team comps for more damage. I honestly would suggest you try out Hu Tao with Gan Yu, front load that damage even more, pair with Bennett, and maybe pair with either Bennett. You know what? Do it like this. All right, do it like this. Here are the two teams. Looking at your roster, this is the two team I would suggest you build. And chat, you tell me if these are hot teams. Spiral 1, Spiral 2. So can I change your Spiral 1 as Spiral 2? So here, this is the team I want you to try out. This is your Spiral 1 team, all right? I want you to try out this team, and I want you to tell me how it goes. A moment. That's Spiral 1's core units. Spiral 2's core units are going to be where? Tartaglia. Huang Lei, member for 8 months. Has it been 8 months, Huang Lei? Has it been 8 months? God dang it, that's been a long time. Huang Lei coming in and says, hey Walrus, so sorry just now be able to hop onto the stream. Excited to look at account reviews. I'm high-key scared for you to review my account. Don't worry, I'm not gonna, I don't judge. I don't judge. Not really. Anyways, we got this, and then we got this. So take a look at your... this is Team 1's core. This is Team 2's core. I would honestly slap Venti in here. Like this. Alright? And for this one, you already have a shielder. Could be like this. Could be. Alright? Honestly, I feel like this will give you more consistency, quite a bit of damage. You can't look at these two teams and tell me, well, Walrus, where's the damage? In fact, you should be asking where's the protection. These two teams are really solid. All right, no cap. And Venti is also here to help with Xiangling energy regen. Try out these two teams. Definitely pick up Zhongli as he comes back in the future. You like this team with Raiden is not ideal. Ideally, you could have Zhongli here, or you could have honestly, when what's his name? Toma. When Toma comes out, it's gonna be amazing. I do think switch out Raiden for Toma. Put Ganyu into the straight support position. Just use her as an ult bot and put Toma here. I honestly think that would be amazing as well. All right, but that's just basing it off of Toma's whatchamacallit, Toma's 2.2 live stream preview. All right, because look, these two units don't need field time. These two unit demands field time. For this one, Ganyu and Hu Tao should be sharing field time. But then again, Ganyu works better and Raiden should be here. But then again, your Raiden is also C0. So when it comes to on-field damage, if you're not missing shots with Ganyu, your Ganyu is pretty cracked. So right now, for now, I would put it like this. Okay? So I should I 90 Hu Tao? Absolutely. You should 90 Hu Tao. You should push Xiangling to 80 Ascension 6. You should push Xiangling to 80 Ascension 6. You should put Venti to level 80 Ascension 6. Don't get them to level 90. Just level 80, but Ascension 6 to get their last bonus stat boosts. Alright? You're going to feel that consistency a lot better. These two teams cover quite a wide range of counters. So even for 11-3, for the Pyro Hypostasis, this team should be able to deal with it just fine. All right. So honestly, if you're looking for more consistency, running these kind of core team cons, understand when you're building teams, you have to be thinking about field time allocation. Field time allocation, right? For example, if I took this team and be like, oh, you know what? Great pairing. Let's put like this, right? You're going to have too many issues with field time allocation. This could run like this, but suboptimal, right? Ganyu would be quite a waste if you don't at least use her charge attack every now and then. But then you also have Hu Tao. Hu Tao's elemental skill should always be on cooldown. Ideally, when you cycle through these teams, you want Hu Tao's elemental skill to always be on cooldown, right? Whenever it's available, you should be using it. So these people are going to be fighting for field time way too much. Using Raiden, especially since your Raiden is C0, she's fine in this role. Right? She's going to be fine in this role. You got Diona, right? You have Shattering Ice, extra 15% crit rate. Honestly, when I looked at your Hu Tao, I would love to see your Hu Tao push more for crit damage. You should drop this down so get rid of your headpiece. Get rid of this headpiece, change it to crit damage. Only says good night. Oh. Mingantomon says, I'm feeling sleepy. Time to go, I guess. Good night. Good morning and good night, everybody. Good night, man. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you got something out of this. You can rewatch the VOD if you have any questions. Bagayaku, man, you guys are going crazy today. All right, let's see. Bagayaku, thanks for the 5 cents. Love your content and videos. Was hoping that maybe you could help me with my account, but if you can't, that's okay. Don't worry, man. If you want help with your account, DM me in Discord. Thanks for the dono. $5 goes a long way. Thanks for the help. I would love to hop on your account and take a look, break things down for you a little bit, and see what you can do to like maybe give you a sense of direction. That's what a lot of these account reviews ends up doing for people. It's just to give them a sense of direction to work towards. So don't worry, man. Just let me know. All right, people. If you guys if you guys want to support me over the long run, being a channel member really helps me out a lot. It's the same as subscribing to people on Twitch. Very, very helpful. Would love to have you guys as part of the community. And it's not just a shiny badge on YouTube. You actually do get benefits in my Discord. You get a special role that gives you access to special giveaways that are ran exclusively through Discord. So it's not really just for me. There are systems set up by the community themselves, by other channel members who are running giveaways in the Discord. So directly, you can win Welkins, you can win BPs, you can win Primo Gems, or what's the one that converts into Primo Gems? The crystals, right? So thank you guys so much. Yeah, definitely I would switch Hu Tao to crit damage, run her in the double cryo team to get that 15% bonus. And Genesis Crystals, yes. Thank you, Justin. Genesis Crystals. Get her to 90. That's where you're going to get the consistency, right? That's where you're going to get the consistency. These two teams are very solid. Definitely pick up Toma. I highly suggest for you to pick up Toma because you're really lacking in that hybrid. You're really lacking in that hybrid sector. All right? Apart from that, grab Zhongli when he comes back. Absolutely prioritize Zhongli next when he comes back. Take a look at Ito, see what he actually does. Wait maybe for a week if you really want to pull the trigger. Wait for about a week and see what Ito actually does. For Ganyu, I would suggest, since you already got her to level 9. Baga Jaeger, welcome! Thank you, my man. Thank you. Welcome to the Bronze Tusk. Yeah, make sure to DM me. You'll get your role automatically if you link your YouTube, this particular YouTube, to your Discord. Everything's already set up in Discord that you'll get the role as long as you link your YouTube to Discord. And if anything goes wrong, let me know or let Mod know. All right, so people, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And yeah, ask me for the account review. We'll line you up. We'll set you up. Honestly, if you do end up deciding to skip Albedo and Ito and Goro, hunt for Ganyu C1. If you're talking about meta and what your account needs, skip Zhao. After you get Ganyu C1, skip everything until Zhongli comes back. So you'll have plenty of time to save up, boost your account up. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wu Tao C1? Oh. I would really suggest you go for Hu Tao C1, but also you don't have Staff of Homa. She's not as invested as someone like your Tartaglia, who has his best in slot weapon. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Okay, that's kind of rough. I mean, I would still say getting Hu Tao C1 is good. You do have the Primordial Winged Jade Spear, and also you won't have to worry too much about dealing with her HP, right? 50%. I made a video today. The 50% thing really isn't that big of an issue unless you have Staff of Homa. If you have Staff of Homa, yeah, you really want to be staying below 50%, or else you're really wasting that a lot of damage. Chris77 says, just joined, what did I miss? We're doing an account review. We're seeing what this person can take. We're seeing what this person can further invest into to boost their account. Right now, they're asking how do they get more consistent Abyss clears, right? As Abyss constantly goes through rotations. Listen up, everybody. You can take this, apply to your own account. I'm sorry I can't be reviewing everyone's account. I would love to take a look at all your accounts and help you guys out with some pointers. But unfortunate, time is limited. And as you can see, it takes a while to break down each account and actually give you guys meaningful things that you can work towards and making crucial decisions in investment. Got Eula, got the Serpent Spine. 6179. Eula is definitely strong. I would say you have a Raiden pairing with Eula is going to be pretty consistent as well. But Eula teams are... How should I put this? You don't have a shielder, right? You don't have a dedicated shielder, yet you have the Serpent Spine, so you're going to have to really be dancing your way. You're going to be like... dancing your way from the mobs if you really want if you want to make the best use out of Serpent Spine. It's tricky, man. I'm telling you. You really gotta put them dancing shoes on. Be like, because guess what? You get hit, it's all over. Queen is asking, anyone here from Malaysia? Okay, so Queen, everybody, let's take a breather. I need to tell Queen something. So Queen, I had a friend in high school, right? I had a good friend in high school. He was Malaysian. And out of all the words I've learned from him, all the Malay, I don't know what the language is, he just says Malay. So out of all the things I've ever learned from him, only one word stuck with me. And Queen, before I say the word, I need to make sure I'm not on speaker and there's nobody around you that knows what I'm about to say. Jason Leon, all right. Everybody who has somebody next to you who understands Malay, I need you to turn down your volume. I'm about to say the word. About to say the word. Boogie. 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 That's the only word. That's the only word I've ever remembered. It says Bugi. I think Bugi. Yeah, Bugima. Yeah, Bugima. Yeah. I think it was Bugima. Bugima. Or something. Boogie or Bugima. That's the only one. Yeah, that's the only one I remember. Let's Boogie. Casper is asking why Erotic Walrus, why do you stream on YouTube rather than Twitch? The thing is, most of my communities are on YouTube, right? So here's a quick thing I can do right now. A lot of people don't want to go to Twitch. They just don't want to move to Twitch. They don't want to open a new app or open a new thing. They don't, or for people watching on the phone, they don't want to get the app, right? They don't mind going, but they just don't want to get the app. So here, let me ask you guys: would you guys follow me to Twitch? Answer truthfully. And people, don't say I will, Walrus. I'll go everywhere you go, and then you don't go. See, here's the thing. I'm doing a poll, right? I'm saying, would you guys follow me? Because YouTube is more accessible, and I have a bigger audience on YouTube. I started on YouTube, and of course, it's not all about the viewership. I think eventually I will try to go to Twitch, but only to play other games. I want to use Twitch as an alternative platform to stream random things. You know what I mean? Like horror games, other gacha games, MMO games, just chatting. I want to reserve YouTube mostly for Genshin. So if anybody ever tunes in, they know I'm talking about Genshin. They know I'm trying out Genshin. If people want to see me play variety, do other weird, wacky things, Twitch is going to be the place for that. It's just I haven't been able to branch out into these other things. Right. I mean, I would love to do some other content with you guys. I would love to get to know you guys better. I would love to be able to just sit, chat, don't need to worry about people coming in expecting Genshin content. Just know that, hey, Twitch is going to be that variety space and YouTube is going to be that Genshin dedicated space. I hope that makes sense. And you see, thank you guys for being truthful, because I know a lot of people here want to either look exclusively at Genshin content, they want to better their accounts or whatever, or they just want to hear my opinion regarding Genshin. And there's going to be people here, definitely, for sure. There's going to be a group of people who want to watch some variety, who wants to just talk, who wants to just chill, who want to watch me play Animal Crossing using my webcam. Right. And Baga Jaeger says, I just like YouTube more because you can go back in the VOD live. So right now, you can scroll back to what you missed, maybe to the start of the stream. If you guys like my weird-ass intros, you come in 30 minutes in, it's like, frick, I missed his dumbass intro. Let's see what are the weird word combinations he said today. You can scroll back, take a look. Twitch, you can't do that. Kind of sucky, right? So, and you can scroll back to live whenever you want. YouTube gives that diversity. It's more free. It's more transparent, I guess, in that sense as well. And and at the end of the day, I'm just lazy. I'm used to YouTube. But what am I missing out on Twitch? I can't really interact with my peers. I think all Genshin YouTubers stream on Twitch. Can you guys name another Genshin YouTuber that exclusively only streams on YouTube? I think I'm the only one. No, wait. Dreamy streams exclusively on YouTube, I think. Neo V Smith coming in with the 2 says, we don't mind variety, but switching apps suck. Exactly. Switching apps do suck. But the problem with YouTube is they don't like it when you stream too many different games. Like, they don't like it when you use your channel, that's supposed to be a gacha game, Genshin Impact focused channel, and then you talk about just chatting, you talk about foot therapy, you talk about toe fungus. I don't know why I just gave back-to-back feet examples. I swear I don't have a foot thing. I was on the subject of feet, and I just continue going with the subject of feet. Why am I still talking about feet? I swear I don't have a problem with feet. Moving on. All right? YouTube doesn't like it. YouTube doesn't like it when you talk about a lot of different things. So if I really do want to branch out and start trying out different things, I have to go to Twitch. There's a reason why, Twitch is more popular among streamers. It's because the YouTube algorithm is too strict. Whereas Twitch is like the exact opposite. They literally have no algorithm. They don't care if you're streaming in a hot tub or you're streaming on your toilet. As long as, you follow their rules and regulations, you can stream whatever the hell you want. Twitch is a live streaming platform, whereas YouTube is a video consumption platform, right? You watch videos mostly. Very few people come to YouTube to watch live streams. Alex Chung says, War's gonna make a top 10 Genshin feat video soon. Honestly, I might. Wait. Damn it. You got me. Alright, Alex. You got me. I can't hide it anymore. When it comes to feet, you guys know me. Feet connoisseur. We'll see. When we really run dry in content, maybe we'll consider the feet content. I know that's gonna give me a little bump. Lo Chia Wang says, can you say Pokemon again, Walrus? Pokemon? I know the K is silent. If a true white person said it, they'll say Pukimak. It's Pokemon. So, let's finish with the account review first, all right? There's a couple more things I want to focus on this account as we go forward. If you guys if you truly want to whatchamacallit, if you truly want to maximize it, I suggest somehow finding a way to get the Amos bow. So if you do have a weapon banner come around and you have the main weapon that you want, and then the second one is Amos bow, getting Amos bow, switch the Skyward Harp onto Venti, switch the Stringless onto Fischl. Because right now you don't need Fischl as the main DPS anymore. Sanzu River coming in with the 5 says, speaking of feet, ever noticed a young male body has huge feet? Are we talking about Genshin? Wait, are we talking about Genshin? Now that you mention it, I want to take a look at Bennett's feet. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Bennett's feet. I mean, I gotta be honest. They look pretty normal. Take a look at Hu Tao's feet. Oh yeah, to proportion. Tartaglia feet. Holy Neznaya, comrade. Those look pretty big. Hold up. I guess he is like a grown-ass man, right? I guess it's just these people's feet are so tiny. I've been staring at these tiny-ass feet, and suddenly you go to Tartaglia like, oh, Bigfoot! Bigfoot! Holy smokes. You know what they say about people with big feet? Anyways. Don't want to get demonetized. We're going back. We're going back into the game. Woo! Okay. Took a little detour. So yeah, I was saying If you really want to min-max, definitely try to get the Amos bow for Ganyu. It's a very powerful bow for her. It's still the best in slot. Deals a ton of damage. Alright? So, then again, you don't... That's like something really, 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 really far over. Get Zhongli. Build up some of your units to A6. So, need A6 80. A6 90. You're gonna do A6 80. If this one is like not as high priority. She's not as high priority when it comes to A6 80. That's A6 80. Hu Tao priority, followed by I would say Venti. Get him up there. Ganyu's bow is gonna be last. Xiangling, A6 80. Xingqiu, A6 80. Definitely Xingqiu should get up there. You can start looking to build. Let's see if you have enough to build a freeze team yet. You got Ganyu, you got Xingqiu. I mean, Ganyu doesn't really work unless you're building a Morgana. Yeah, you have a Morgana team as well. Mona, Ganyu, Venti. Yeah, you have a Morgana team. Yeah, you have enough. And your Mona is C2, right? Mona Ascension 4 is fine, it's fine. But you ideally want to get this as high as you can. But it's fine. So yeah, Venti is gonna be the priority here, along with Hu Tao. And then followed by Xingqiu, Zhangling. There's a lot to work on here, so definitely this will keep you busy for quite a while. Okay? This is gonna be good enough for like the next 2 patches. A lot of people have to be able to identify the strength of your team comps. Okay? Now, I'm gonna log out, log back into my account. So hope that helped. Pretty solid account. Unfortunate you got Kokomi. Would really have loved to see that go towards Hu Tao. Whew. So let's hear it. All right, people. What? So people who came in late, right? Sock Money Trans says thanks for the review. No problem, man. Thanks for supporting the content. So for people who came in late, let's talk about GEO. All right, because let's be real here. MiHoYo implemented corrosion. MiHoYo implemented corrosion just to counter Zhongli. All right. Implementing an entire new, like, I know people are gonna be like, what about you know, Yanfei, not Yanfei, yeah, what about Yanfei C4? What about Jin Yan's shield? What about, I don't know why I'm doing a Mickey Mouse voice, but that's just go along with the flow, right? Like, what about other shielders? It's not just Zhongli. Shielders overall are too overpowered, Walrus. Well, to that I say, they're all just kind of byproducts. Right? They're kind of victims of this. They're kind of victims of this because the real culprit here, it's Zhongli. Zhongli is the one that's forcing MiHoYo's hand in trying to combat the shield meta. And Ito, Goro, they're gonna suffer more and more. I believe, even if they on release, they're very strong and powerful units. Over time, as Sumeru gets closer, as Dendro gets closer, my fear is that more and more of these anti-shield metas are just gonna be apparent, right? Sure, you could run a healer with Ito, but then it defeats the whole purpose of running, let's say, double Geo. Why would you need double Geo? That's my question. Piggy256 says, "What? Hello, what are you talking about?" We're talking about Geo, the meta, its resonance, its reactions. We're talking about Ito, we're talking about Goro, and why I honestly think Geo meta is going to get further and further away. And it's not because Geo's a bad unit, it's that a lot of times it's reactions, and a lot of the characters are getting hit indirectly through the implementation of corrosion. It's hard to justify spending resources on them, honestly. It's not me hating, all right? I don't hate Geo units. I love Geo units. I have Albedo, or I have Zhongli. I've built Ningguang before. Sounds River coming in with the 5 says, "Mihoyo, you made us buff Zhongli, we make corrosion." Honestly, I feel like something worse than corrosion is gonna come in the future as well. Mihoyo's really gonna go hard on making sure shielding is not too overused. Mihoyo has said this before. They don't want to design things in the game that that becomes repetitive. They don't want to make things feel. They don't want to make the combat in this game feel bland, one-dimensional, as they call it. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Maybe Mihoyo is too scared to make too many combat-based events or too many combat-based features in the game because combat has not been properly fleshed out yet. The meta has been too consistent for too long. And because I played Honkai, I've been playing Honkai for the past week now and been doing a lot of research on Honkai. Honkai meta changes quite a bit. For people who do play Honkai, you guys can attest to this, right? Honkai's meta shifts around a lot, albeit it's not the healthiest way to shift meta. Oftentimes it's done through power creep, which is a really bad way of doing it. So Mihoyo knows that. So they're trying to make sure they don't power creep Genshin, but at the same time, they want to add more variation to the meta to make sure all units have a way to shine. Right now, the cheaper way they're doing this is the Abyss. They keep changing the Abyss to make different units shine, which is also artificial, but it doesn't power creep, so it's a slightly better variation. However, I'm pretty sure they've noticed that Zhongli's shield is just too broken. The Jade shield is too broken. What can I say? What can Mihoyo say? What can Mihoyo do? Right? Just like Sanzu River is saying, we essentially forced Mihoyo's hand on buffing Zhongli, and now that they buff him, they can't nerf him. They have to build the content around his strength, right? They have to build the content around his strength and make sure that his strength could be shaved back a little bit for the content. I think it's fair to say Mihoyo's making an active effort to put down shields in general, not just Zhongli. Diona's shield has been greatly overused. I think Jean a lot of the times is undervalued by a lot of players simply because people just aren't used to healing. They don't think healing is a viable option. But Jean sometimes I do think outperforms the vast majority of even shielders. If you directly compare Jean to Diona, I do think Jean in certain cases just outshines Diona. The amount of heals, especially in corrosion. If it's corrosion, hands down Jean is the best in the game. No competition. Jean straight up beats every single other healer in the game when corrosion is involved. And a lot of people are not willing to give Jean a shot because of earlier metas where Jean was regarded as a less meta-centric. I do think with the introduction of corrosion, it's time that we make a new tier list even. But I want to wait until Toma comes out. I want to wait until Ito and Goro comes out. And likely there's going to be another patch where it's going to be slower. And after they come out, I want to rebuild my tier list. Probably going to take like 20-30 minutes to talk about everything. Because I remember I said prior that tier lists don't talk about everything. We need to get tier lists that talk about character strength and weaknesses, right? Early game, mid game, end game. Early game, not as important. It's easy to breeze through the early game, but it's best to know what characters you should be already investing early game so that in the late game, uh, you're gonna be able to take that early game investment and just push it forward to late game. All right, so you don't end up investing like getting Barbara to level 80 only to realize, oh crap, she falls off pretty hard late game, right? That's the kind of tier list we need. We gotta say like Barbara is gonna be early game, she's gonna be an A, but as you transition into mid game, late game, she goes from a B tier, maybe even like C tier. All right, there's just too many good options. For example, a character like Hu Tao, right? Early game, she's really not as good. She's like a mid to lower A tier. If you're really early, you're just starting out, you end up getting Hu Tao. She's good, don't get me wrong, but until you can build her up to level 80, maybe even level 90, she's gonna be not scaling as well. Like, you gotta build up her HP, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and you're not gonna understand a lot of the mechanics. You're gonna freaking dash canceling, but as she gets to level 90, she gets better. Ganyu, solid S tier early game, solid S tier late game. So if you end up getting Ganyu, you started the game during Ganyu's release, build her, right? What are the reasons? So I want to go through each and every character. I want to talk to the people, so make sure when they see I want this character, they don't just see a freaking tier list and be like, oh, S tier, I'm gonna build that character, only to realize, oh, Shneznaya, where I'm not gonna be able to draw out the full potential of this unit. A lot of things like that. Yeah, Zhongli is going to be great early game, mid game, late game. There's a couple of these units. Bennett's going to be great. Xinqiu is going to be great. Venti's going to be great. Sucro's pretty good overall. Like, I would say A tier. Zhangling, high A tier. Maybe low S tier. Probably high A tier. The only reason anybody would ever put Zhangling in S tier is because the thing she does, nobody else does in the game. No other pyro unit can do what she does. She's like the only one who can do it. Unfortunate, right? Geo currently suffers from the biggest problem, which is its reactions. It's too monochronous, too repetitive, too simple. There's not enough specialty in it, especially with corrosion. Baka Jaeger says it sucks that new characters that get released now will be stuck at level 20 for many new players. Yeah, I mean, when you're in your early game, you can't level them up, right? A lot of us already forgot about having to deal with that issue. If you're level like 45, level 50, you already forgot about having to wait and level up your characters. It's the grind. It's part of the grind of early game to not only level up your characters, pair artifacts, know their weapons, know their combos. You also have to level up your level so you can level up your characters. And of course, talents. Uh, PHB Nam says, meanwhile, Electro. We don't talk about Electro, man. Talking about Electro just makes me want to cry. No cap. Talking about Electro just makes my heart hurt. I actually want to grip my heart and be like, But for anybody who wants Hu Tao's, make sure to subscribe. And I'm going to be giving away 2 Hu Tao's. All right, I'm going to be giving away 2 Hu Tao's to anybody. You can have a C5 Hu Tao, you can have a whatever Hu Tao, doesn't matter. Be giving away 2 of them. You have to be a subscriber. And this time I'm going to be giving away the Hu Tao's in the live streams. So I'm not going to be doing it normally like a video format. I'm going to be doing it in live streams. I'm going to be doing it in live stream format. I want to be a little more discreet. So for the people who are here, who do enjoy the content, I'm probably not going to include the giveaway even in my thumbnails. Usually I do like make a video and then I put the giveaway in the thumbnail. I'm not going to do that this time. I think usually when I do that, I end up attracting the wrong kind of people. So if you're here, you're enjoying the talk, you're enjoying the discussion, you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to confirm you're subscribed. You can join my Discord. I'll have the giveaway announcements all in my Discord. And I'm going to be giving it away during a live stream. All right, when Hu Tao comes out. The Chaz says, feels like the element imbalance gets worse. That's the thing, right? We've been talking about that for a while, and I think MiHoYo has chosen to ignore electro changes because they want to fix it through Dendro. I honestly think that's what MiHoYo's thinking. They're trying to take Dendro and see like, okay, can we fix all these problems by implementing Dendro? Because Dendro is the one thing they cannot avoid. They have to implement it, right? So MiHoYo maybe is just thinking, well, we'll fix all these problems through implementing Dendro. But they're not going to make that promise to us because what if they don't? What if it ends up not working and then they're held to a promise that that they made months ago? So they're just going to wait it out. I think not a lot of people are complaining about Electro anymore. Not just generally, not a lot of people are complaining about elemental reactions anymore. So at the end of the day, MiHoYo can just go on with what they think is right, but definitely I think Dendro is gonna be think of it like a balance patch. The Chaz is saying or through characters. Okay, here's the thing about characters. If they balance elemental reactions through characters, it'll only introduce a new problem, which is character imbalance. And it's going to make certain characters just that much better. Let's say if they release a new Electro character that doing overload can deal as much damage as melt and vaporize at the same time having no internal cooldown, right? Also has the benefit of energy regen through the Electro element. Pretty broken. That would immediately make Kaching absolutely useless. Like nobody, unless you're like a diehard fan, you enjoy that Kaching gameplay. And of course, as they release new characters, they're going to build new content around these characters so people can actually use these characters, right? And guess what? Kaching's not going to be able to get up to par with that new power level, which is essentially what happens in Honkai Impact. Now that I've done some research, actually play the game, right? And MiHoYo has gotten more careful with it. They don't want to make old character obsolete too fast, or else it discourages people from ever pulling new characters. But that's the dangerous thing about balancing the game around units, like newer characters, especially reactions. Right? They're gonna get new characters getting access to such powerful reactions through scaling or whatever, or new interactions. It's just gonna power creep the old. Power creeping is something MiHoYo also wants to avoid. Mazel Shaik says, hi, YouTube. Haven't started making a video, but we're probably going to make a geocentric video today. We've been talking a lot about Geo, talking a lot about reactions. I do think that going forward in the future, it's possible that Geo would be relevant again, but not for at least a year. At least a year. For the entirety of Dendro, I think Geo might fall off even more. Especially if newer debuffs such as corrosion comes into the game. Chris77 says, Walrus, what's your thoughts on Albedo? Yes. Mr. Albedo. I think Albedo is a solid unit, great unit, but nothing too special. Honestly, everything he does is just okay. You know what I mean? Albedo doesn't do anything mind-blowing. He doesn't do anything extraordinary. He's not special, is what I'm trying to say. He's a unique character, and he does what he does very well. He's a support DPS, and if you build him up really well, he can be very consistent. But at the same time, I just feel like building Xingqiu is almost just as good, if not better. Xingqiu's a 4-star. You're going to get more constellations. Xingqiu pairs with a lot of good units, right? Why? And like Xingqiu can make certain characters counter even the current floor 11-3 pyro hypostasis, right? You can bring in some random bow user, use Xingqiu's burst skill, and you can clear the hypostasis so easily. It's just when it comes to application, Albedo's element holds him back. He's okay. And that's my honest thought. I'm not trying to say Albedo is absolutely bad or like just bad in general. I'm saying he's okay because he's held back by his element. His kit is pretty solid. Yeah, imagine if Albedo was Pyro or Cryo. That's how you can truly see if this character would have been broken. Or Hydro. Yeah, if Albedo was Hydro, broken. Straight up broken. Shinchu would have never ever rose to meta. Albedo probably would be the most used support DPS in the game if Albedo were Hydro. Just that simple. The Chaz is asking any thoughts on Toma. I think Toma's gonna be pretty important to the meta going forward, especially for Pyro Resonance. I know a lot of people are like, Resonance, you don't need Resonance. Resonance is such a, such an insignificant thing to consider when team building. But just having another Pyro unit fulfill a slot that is similar to Xiangling. Notice what I'm saying. Xiangling might have some competition, but not quite, because Xiangling is focused around sustained pyro application, whereas Toma seems to be more a pyro support DPS. They're not quite the same thing, but they can overlap in some areas. All right, I think Toma is going to complete what Xinyan could not. That's what like Toma is gonna be like Xiangling 2.0. Ivy is asking Walrus, should there be other characters that can resonate with geo constructs? You mean like let's say in the future they can do hydro constructs or pyro constructs that can deal pyro over time. Let's say you can summon a fissure or something like that, right? Like a pyro character from is it Natlan? Is that where it is? Natlan can summon like a pyro fissure. Do you think it should be able to resonate with other geo constructs, right? If that's the question, and then causing essentially crystallize, right? Causing crystallize. Yeah, I think that could work, but right now damage over time is just not respected. It's not part of the game. It's so far out the meta that I think a lot of people fail to even grasp what kind of damage over time exists in the game. Burning is gonna be probably one of the first meta driven damage over time mechanics in the game. Honestly, right? Burning is going to be essentially you apply Dendro and then you apply Pyro. It's going to make Hu Tao pretty good. That wide attack to apply Pyro. It's going to make Xiangling definitely solid. Who else? Another Pyro. Diluc is going to be great at applying AoE Pyro on groups of enemies and burning them. I think there's going to be instances in the Abyss where there's going to be groups of enemies on one side, groups enemy on the other side, and you gotta apply Dendro, burn one side, and then go to the other side and kill them, and then the damage over time will slowly burn the enemies to death on one side. So using damage over time to essentially split up your DPS damage allocation is gonna be great. Honestly, Yoimiya, I don't know. Yoimiya's burst seems to be too small. The range seems to be too small to be able to apply Dendro. Unless characters who are already burning, touching other Dendro affected characters can spread the burning. But then again, that's Mihoyo's design, right? They can easily make that a reality, or they can easily make that impossible. Which kind of like it makes sense, right? If a burning character touch another character that has Dendro on it, the burning should spread. But so does Venti's freaking tornado, Mach 5 tornado, picking up some freaking Klee bombs on the floor. But it doesn't. Doesn't make sense. Part of the design. That's just how Mihoyo designed the game. So we can sit here and be like, oh, that's going to be pretty good. That's going to be pretty meta. Oh, that's going to be pretty useful. But at the end of the day, Mihoyo might be like, oh, that's going to be pretty broken. So we're not going to do that. Very likely. As a Francio, Chiez says, I see a lot of copium with Dendro. I already lost my faith. Well, the thing is, Dendro is Mihoyo's last chance to balance the elements for a long time. Unless they make a new element in the future, which I highly doubt is going to come for at least like 4 or 5 more years. Ivy is asking, Walrus, how strong do you think Ito will honestly be? I'm hoping as strong as Eula. I think Ito will be like, what's a 5? I haven't looked at the leaks, so I'm just looking at his design. Honestly, I'm just looking at Ito's design and I'm just thinking, what's his kit gonna be like? What's his playstyle gonna be like? Probably gonna be pretty Unga Bunga, right? I'm guessing it's gonna be like Unga Bunga. I don't think Ito will be as good and applicable as Ayaka. Let's just put it like that. He's going to be somewhere between Ayaka and Albedo. That's a pretty big range, honestly. Maybe like between around, yeah. Better than Yoimiya, more applicable than Yoimiya, simply because if you build GEO units, they can straight up take over the game for you. But you got to get them to like really high level with good investment and really good artifacts. And as long as their base scaling is fine, they're going to be able to crush through the content. So probably leaning closer to Ayaka than Albedo. Because Albedo's problem was he couldn't really take the field. So he's kind of like a passive unit that just sits in your team. I don't think Ito's gonna see as much use as Ayaka, but Ito's definitely gonna be closer towards Ayaka's closer towards Ayaka on the scale as than he is to Albedo, if that makes any sense. We'll have to see. I don't know anything right now. That's the thing, right? I don't know anything. If I had to guess what's best for the game, a character that sits in that position is going to be good for the game. Of course. Audric Ronan is saying, as a Ningguang main, Albedo seems more useful than Ito, in my opinion. If you main Ningguang, or if you play Zhongli main DPS, or if you play Noel main DPS, any GEO in the main DPS position, Albedo will always outperform most other GEO units, right? As a Ningguang main, Albedo likely will even be better than Zhongli because Zhongli is just like a one-hit wonder. He drops his meteor, right? And he can give you a shield, which has a great debuff on it, but realistically, Albedo just gonna give you more damage and give you that Geo Resonance as well, and you're gonna have Crystallize, right? Crystallize, if you're using the Memory of Dust weapon, or if you're using the forgot the name, Summit Shaper, I think. Yeah, Summit Shaper. Then you're gonna be having a good time. All right, so of course, if you're running any Geo main DPS, Albedo will be preferential over all the other Geo units. I hope Ito is going to be a main DPS. I've been saying this for a very, 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 very long time. Geo needs a main DPS. Geo needs a 5-star, Geo-centric main DPS. Right now, Ningguang is still going to be the best Geo main DPS. That does Geo damage, right? Yes, main DPS, physical DPS Zhongli does exist. hits like an absolute truck, but that's not geocentric. Geo mains needs a representative, and I hope Ito can be that guy. I hope Goro can facilitate a more supportive role to but you see, here's the problem. Why would you run Geo? I mean, why would you run Goro over Zhongli if he's a support, right? Why would you run Goro over Zhongli? Man, with my crazy ass hair, I look like a crazy scientist. I look like a crazy scientist out here, like talking about stuff. I swear, I woke up with this hair. If you don't have Zhongli, if you run Ito as the main DPS, you could run Albedo. If you don't have Albedo, Goro might be the option. I don't think Goro and Ito are going to be the same role position. I think Goro is probably going to be a support. Unless Mihoyo makes Goro the main DPS and Ito the support. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Goro has to be the support and Ito has to be the main DPS. This is how they look. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. I honestly think rekindling the Geo meta is going to be difficult. But then again, I say I say Corrosion is a big shield killer. Geo isn't all just about shielding as well, although a lot of the times people would like to think that, oh, when you talk about Geo, you're talking about shielding, right? When you talk about Geo, you're talking about their defensive capabilities, you're talking about their defense supportive role in the game. Whereas a lot of the times people don't realize a lot of the Geo units can deal a crap ton of damage as well. It's not unheard of for Ningguang to go in and completely smash through the entire abyss. I think she can still do it now, no problem. Game's not hard enough. Game's not hard enough for Geo to be useless or to be not considered when playing the game. Is there a Hydro Claymore user until now? Nope, not yet. Hydro Claymore, we don't have it. Cryo is missing what? Is Cryo missing anything? Does Cryo have a Catalyst user? Wait, does Cryo have a Catalyst user? Don't think so, right? So Cryo Catalyst is also missing. I think Pyro has them all. Pyro is like the only one that has them all, right? Do you look for Claymore Sword with Bennett? Catalyst got Klee and Yanfei. Bow, we have Yoimiya. And what else? What am I missing? Yeah. Electro is missing. Electro is missing some, I think. Wait. No, I think Electro is complete as well. So Hydro and Cryo are still missing a couple. Geo, I think has... No, Geo Bow is gonna get filled by Goro. And I think Geo has everything as well. Electro is missing what? I think Electro is complete as well with the introduction of Raiden. So I think, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's just Hydro Claymore and Cryo Catalyst. Yeah, so Hydro Claymore, Cryo Catalyst, Anemo also has them all, I think. Yeah, with Kazuha, Anemo, wait. Oh no, yeah. Anemo has them all because yeah. With Kazuha, Anemo essentially finished everything. Hydro is missing Polearm. Hydro is missing Claymore. Yeah. So Hydro's missing quite a bit. Anemo has a claymore in Sayu. Yeah, Sayu. Oh yeah, Sayu was the one who completed Anemo, not Kazuha. Anemo polearm is Zhao. Actually, now that we mention it, Hydro seems to be missing quite a bit, aren't they? They need a recalibration for their resonance, honestly, and they're missing a couple units in the slot. Maybe that's why Mihoyo hasn't really touched it, because they just haven't released that many Hydro. I think Kokomi, and Tartaglia. Interesting. Okay. We need more Hydro Catalysts, but like we have both of our Hydro Catalysts are kind of underwhelming. What weapon does Baiju use? Sanzu River coming in the fives as child. I use a bow, swords, and spear. I guess by that definition, Hydro only misses Claymore. But does it really count though? Does it really count though? Here's an interesting concept though. Speaking of Tartaglia, I do hope Tartaglia in the future gets Awakening or something like that. I do hope Tartaglia or characters in general can get Awakening. Only with the one that says Manifest Kamisato Ayato Hydro Polearm. Actually, that makes a lot of sense, right? With Kamisato Ayato being Hydro Polearm and Ayaka being the Cryo Sword, they can actually pair well very, very well. Foul Legacy Tartaglia. I mean, exactly, right? Tartaglia's Awakening could be amazing. Even characters like Zhongli could awaken, right? He can temporarily ascend to his Archon form. A lot of these units could have it. Sounds with the 5 says Kokomi, Mona, Barbara. We don't use Catalyst. I think Mona is the only one that still is relevant in certain teams. But Barbara and Kokomi they're just memes. They just get memed at this point. Silver Rest says, but we need to pull him again, and 75% we will get child normal form and still need to win the 50-50. Well, the thing is, yeah, you're right. Kind of sucks that if we're going by Honkai's rules, every time a character gets a new form, Mihoyo is just going to release them as a new character where you have to pull for them again. Which kind of sucks, right? If you have Tartaglia... Yeah, unlucky. If you have Tartaglia, I just hope like they give you some sort of farmable thing, and when they first release it, there will be an event that's going to be more efficient for you to farm through the materials, and once you farm through the materials, you can ascend Tartaglia. Sounds of River says, Zhongli awakened. I have Mora. Yeah, Tartaglia gets fired, right? Exactly. Zhongli Awaken is just you'll see a little money pouch, or he'll have a Visa Infinite card in his hand. I have ascended. Then again, yeah, Awakening is just such a naive way to think about this. Mihoyo's not gonna miss the opportunity to resell an entire new unit. Hey, you like Tartaglia, right? Awaken Tartaglia is gonna be an electric polearm. I could see that happening. I really could. I honestly could see that happen. I can honestly see that happening. It's too MMO to think that Mihoyo would give us new versions, new upgraded versions of characters without forcing us to pull for them. Baka Jaeger says, I feel like once you look at my account, you'll be considered with my life choices. Honestly, Remember the guy that we ended up getting him Coco Me? Remember that guy? I don't think any account is gonna make me question people's life choices more than that. And that probably took the cake when it came like, wow, dude, you really let yourself go. You really let yourself go. Novelty says, what about use a certain thing to upgrade child? That's the thing, right? Making his new form through a farm based event, which requires a ton of resin, could work as well. Then they'll just get it through whales refilling resin for like a week or something like that. Let's say they make a 2 week event that you or like 2 week event that you need to play through the entire 2 week event, and you can get your Tartaglia to be upgraded. Meaning, in that 2 weeks, free to play can get it as well if you play every single day and fulfill all the requirements. Or for whales, you can just pay your way through it and don't have to wait 2 weeks, and you can get it in like 2 days or something like that. Right? They can make a huge chunk of money that way as well. But honestly, that's too much work for them. They're just gonna make a new character. They're just gonna release a new character called like Fatui number 11, like Fatui Harbinger 11 Tartaglia, right? And it's gonna be an Electro polearm user. And I guess for that, your burst skill just transforms you into Tartaglia's final form, like the third form, right? It would make sense. And after the burst end, you just turn back. That would be the easiest way for them to do it and get people to still summon. I wonder what the first Fatui is. Does anybody know what the first Fatui is? I remember somebody said something about him. Was he cryo? Was it a cryo unit or a hydro unit? Jester, yeah, Piero. His name is Piero, yeah. Was he was yeah, I remember people were talking about the first Fatui. Yeah, Piero is the name of a clown. So we don't know. I guess there's no concrete there's no concrete thing regarding the first Fatui. Uh Scaramouche is what? The sixth? Scaramouche is the sixth, right? Chris77 is asking which region am I most excited for? Honestly, I'm excited for the twins. What region is that? Not Natlin. Um Fontaine. I'm pretty excited for Fontaine. I think Mahoyo can do a lot of cool things with Fontaine. Ivy says Timmy is the fourth harbinger, the crying dove. I I honestly think at this point, Timmy is like what the biggest meme in Genshin, right? No other meme in Genshin is bigger than Timmy. I our policy stipulates that says wait, what was it? I can't wait for them. They better be able to switch out or do joint attacks. That's what I'm hoping for as well. I'm hoping for a great combat, like a combo based playstyle for the twins. Sanzu is saying it's not because twins have double the feet, right? No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, I just enjoy tag team play. I just enjoy tag team play. It feels more combo based. It feels more combo centric. I think I think it'll be cool. Like I think we discussed this, right? The twins hold attack could be them switching out, and their tap attack could be their like their individual abilities. So by pulling for that one unit, you're getting like double the value. Right? Hold E to switch in, and when they switch in, they can do a quick attack to stutter the enemy, and then press E to use their skill. And both of their burst skills are going to be a little different. Sanzu calling you out, I see. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't have a feet thing. I have nothing against feet, and neither should you. Feet are cool. Feet carries us around. Feet carries us for our entire lives. Feet are the real MVP. Whew. Power Ranger says double the value, but constellations up to C12. Bro, bro, don't give them ideas. It's not going to be uncharacteristic of Mihoyo to have like one character uses a sword while the other character uses a polearm. Good luck pulling for their weapons. But hey, you know what? You know what? Sanzu River is still going to be C12, R10, the twins. It's crazy. It's crazy. It realistically is Mihoyo going to make them tag team character? Probably not. They're probably just going to be two different characters. It's going to be a good chance that they're going to be two different characters. Their weapon is going to be like R10. No, the thing is, they both use two different weapons. You're going to have to get both of them. Sanzu says, if that works retroactively, I would have a C21 Kaching. Honestly, I feel pretty bad for Kaching. Now that Kaching comes up, every time Kaching comes up, I feel pretty bad for Kaching. Kaching started off in a similar position to Diluc. While not capable of doing as much, they weren't that far apart. And as the meta moved on, Diluc has been staying pretty consistent and relevant to the meta, whereas Kaching has only just continuously fallen more and more behind. It sucks, man. It sucks. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. And every time I talk about Kaching, there's always people being like, well, I'm doing more damage. And it's cringe to respond by saying like, play what you like, follow your heart, believe it. Date bayo. Right? It's just, it's, right? And when people say that, it kind of kills the mood. I love Kaching. I think Kaching's playstyle is diverse. She has some of the more fun combos in the game. Her attack animation look fluid. Her burst skill, arguably one of the best in the game as well. So, what's there not to like about her? It's just that she doesn't do as much damage. Oh my god, she deals less damage. My world is falling apart. It would be different if, let's say, Kaching is incapable of clearing the abyss at like 36 stars, but she can do it as well. Lay 7 says, I don't want to hear anything out of y'all. I have a C16 Chi-Chi, man. It hurts. Wait, Lay, we reviewed your account last time, right? You're the one with the C6 Chi-Chi. This man's been paying taxes for all of us. Honestly, I can't wait to summon us on Sanzu's account and see how many Chi-Chis he has. Sanzu, are you have you ever kept track of how much Chi-Chi tax you've paid? Sanzu, how much Chi-Chi? You have to be at like the upper Chi-Chi tax bracket, right? We're talking like double digits for Chi-Chi, right? I swear, this man has got to be paying some premium taxes over here. Unless you have a really good accountant somehow and you've been just evading it. You've been dodging it. 18. Lay 7. How do you, my man? We got an actual Leviathan over here claiming he's only at 18, and you're like a big whale, and you have 16. That's crazy. Pokinian Final Fantasy 14 says, I got C0 Chi-Chi in a year of playing. It's gonna bite me sooner or later. Don't worry, Poki. Don't worry. Them Chi-Chi taxes will always catch up with you. You can run, you can hide, but at the end of the day, Chi-Chi tax would come up from behind and ram it deep into your feet. Don't know where I was going with that. Got a little too excited. Yeah. For people, trust me. If you don't have Chi-Chi, she'll get you. All right? She'll get you. You can't run. You can't run from the Chi-Chis, man. Pay your Chi-Chi tax. Listen, when you get a Chi-Chi, you shouldn't be sad. You should sigh in relief. Be like, oh God, I'm safe. I'm safe. For the people who are due, sometimes the Chi-Chi tax be slapping you across the face all at once. Sometimes they'll just sprinkle just enough to make you want to smash your keyboard. Or snap your phone in half. One or the other. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll come. The day will come when Chi-Chis take over your account. Call your local pharmacist for assistance. Anyways, we need to talk about GEO, all right? We got enough people here. I hope you guys are excited. We're going to jump back in game. We're going to talk about GEO, all right? We're going to have some meaningful discussion regarding the GEO element, meaningful discussion regarding GEO reaction, GEO resonance, and how Ito Goro may impact the game, and how MiHoYo is going to be pushing the game in a certain direction where GEO is less relevant simply because the man who's taking center stage here is too damn strong. All right. Feels like, you know what this feels like? Actually, you know what? Let's just start recording. All right, let's just start recording. Say hi, YouTube. I'll let you guys get rolling a little bit. Let you guys get rolling a little bit with your hi YouTubes, and I'll start recording so you guys can, go watch the video and to find yourselves. Okay. All right. Let's get started. Sup flappers, welcome to another video. We have the man of the hour, Mr. Zhongli, Daddy Zhongli, CEO of GEO, whatever you might want to call him, front and center right now. Why? Because we're talking about GEO. Yes, in another month or so, I want to say, roughly a month. How fast is time going by? Another month, we're going to be in patch 2.3. And it's important for us to start thinking right now, because for the people who are saving, right, you're counting your primo gems. How many more you gotta save? How many more events I gotta do? How many more times gotta steal my mom's credit card? Right? For those people, it's very important to think ahead of time. You gotta be wondering, is Ito worth picking up? Where is GEO headed? Is GEO meta? Has GEO ever been meta? And will Ito change everything? Now, I may not have the answer to all those questions, but there's certainly one thing that is clear, is the current state of GEO and its history. We're going to talk about that, and going forward, we can make speculations as to whether we think Ito can change anything. Can Ito even make a dent in the current state of GEO? Now, why is Zhongli here? Because my man Zhongli is a culprit, right? He's caught red-handed. And why do I say that? Mr. Zhongli, would you care explaining to us what the hell happened recently with the whole corrosion thing? That's right, people. If you don't know, corrosion is a mechanic introduced into the game to counter shields. If you're asking, well, what kind of shields, Walrus? Really, strictly speaking, it's just Zhongli. All right, with the splash of Diona, like a tiny splash of Diona, but mostly Zhongli. Zhongli's shield is insanely broken. It's so overtuned that if you yourself have a Zhongli, even at C0, the game is like riding a bike with 4 training wheels. Okay? So Zhongli is kind of like Goku in this sense, right? You got all these aliens attacking planet Earth looking for Goku, and they blow up the Earth like 20 times throughout the series. And guess what? Every other unit in the game are like the people who are living on Earth. They don't know what the hell's going on. They just get slapped with this new debuff, whereas Zhongli is the main culprit. It happens because of him. Now, why do I bring this up? It's because I think a lot of the time we think of GEO. We think, okay, GEO's in a good spot. GEO is strong because they have Zhongli. But Zhongli in of himself doesn't make GEO strong. You don't pair Zhongli with double Geos to support a main carry. You only pair Zhongli in a Geo team if the main DPS is Geo. Say Ningguang, say Noel, say Geo MC. Those are good options, right? But Geo in of itself is not a good element. And here is why. The biggest problem with Geo is not in its resonance. The resonance has been changed, and the resonance is actually pretty insane, very powerful. But it's the reaction. It's the crystallized reaction that's causing a lot of issues for Geo-centric team. There's little variance. It all does the same thing. And when it comes to Anemo, it doesn't do anything. Right? There's a ton of people out there playing Ventis. There's a ton of people owning Kazuhas. There's a ton of people as Zhao mains, right? Even running Sucrose. It's just that those are some of the most played units, or if not the most desirable units in the game, and the only reason Zhongli can even be remotely fitted into teams with those units is not because he's Geo, it's because of his shield. It's because of that overtuned ability that demanded miHoYo to add elements into the game to counter it. And every other unit is just a victim of Zhongli's overpowered tuning. Now, talking about Ito, talking about Goro, are they going to be strong enough, relevant enough? Are Ito's abs plentiful enough, defined enough to make a dent in the Geo meta going forward? Now, here's the thing. I've mentioned this in the past. Geo is missing a 5-star main DPS. That can be overtuned slightly to compensate for the lack of offensive capabilities through Geo-centric reactions. What does Geo have? Oh my freaking lord, Crystallize. Geo has Crystallize. Oh, you do it with Pyro. Pyro Crystallize. You do it with Hydro. Hydro Crystallize. You get the point. It's all just Crystallize. There's no variance. There's no offensive capabilities. And guess what? Geo has been mostly designed to be a defensive element in of itself, right? Yes, we do have Ningguang. Yes, we do have C6 Noel, right? And even MC paired with Zhongli Pillar Resonance, which is like some weird-ass, niche-ass Bob the Builder type of deal. You know, it doesn't feel rewarding. People want to take their units into a fight and deal big PP damage, take a quick screenshot, send it to their crush and be like, girl, I just hit 13 million in Genshin Impact. Can I have your number, please? So at the end of the day, Geo doesn't accomplish that, right? You can't feel satisfied. You can tank mobs to death all you want. Spiral Abyss time will be ticking down by the second. You won't have a choice. You need to clear the room fast. Speed is everything. That is why Geo-centric teams have not been as popular, right? Definitely possible. I'm not saying Geo is out of the meta. I'm just saying people don't have a preference towards Geo characters. Albedo being a great example. Another great unit overall, but falls in comparison to other potential units. Even 4-stars like Xingqiu, even 4-stars like Xiangling will be preferred over Albedo simply because he's a one-size-fits-all, but, he doesn't really do anything extraordinary. We're looking for extraordinary. Hey, at the end of the day, you like Ito's abs, you like Goro's doggy ears, by all means, go for it. Nobody's saying you can't. But when it comes to the game state, are they going to change anything? They could. Ito could be overtuned slightly to compensate, like I said, for the lack of offensive reactions, and he's going to be a great unit overall. He's going to be able to plow through a lot of his units. He can Unga Bunga all he wants, and we will be right there next to him, Unga Bungaing. But it has to show in his stats. It has to show in his stats. He himself has to be similar to Zhongli, where he's slightly overtuned, not to the point of Zhongli, but he needs to be stronger just on his base level to be able to make up for the difference. All right? Because Crystallized is going to be Crystallized. Don't expect Ito to have any sort of reaction-based damage. It's all going to be coming from him. He's going to be like a Razor, but a 5-star. All right, that's essentially what he has to be. If he leans anything towards Crystallized, he's going to suffer. Maybe it's going to make the Geo Resonance a little more meta, right? Maybe Geo Resonance with Ito finally can see more use. Ito, Zhongli, 2 daddies, 1 team, hold my hand, take me on for a stroll. I would love to see that. I'm sure a lot of other people would love to see that for many different reasons, right? I want to take them into the abyss, but some people want to get taken somewhere else, right? I don't judge fantasies here. We can ship all we want, right? Rule 34 artists, be on your way. Ito Zhongli, ship it. Pack, ship, done. All right? Please, Mahoyo and people who are watching, who love Ito, urge you, wait. Be patient. There are some great units on the way. We got Ganyu yet to come. We got Zhao yet to come. We have Zhao yet to come. Please be patient. Don't buy into the hype. GEO is good, is a good overall element, but there's a lot better options. There's a lot of better options out there for you, especially right now. All right. Holidays are coming up. Halloween's coming up. Boo! Halloween's coming up soon. So with that said, chat, anything else to tack on? Anything else to tack on? Thank you guys for joining me. Love to see you guys here. Love to see you joining my Discord. Love to see you joining my live stream. Wednesday, Saturdays, 7 to 9 p.m. Hope to see you guys there. Join us making videos, doing random stuff. All right. So till next time, urge y'all to stay safe and peace. Bye. Bye. There we go. There we go. Whew. 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 Got a little sweaty there. Oh, I got a little sweaty there. I don't know. When I start talking about meta, I don't know. I just start smelling pit stains, and like I start smelling like grease and stuff. Oh, getting a little sweaty. Turn on the AC, bro. I don't got no AC in here. What do I'm not made on money. My unit has no AC. The only AC here is my damn fan from the computer, which just makes things worse. Dante says, Walrus, you've broken my Geo heart. Like I said, Geo's not bad. It's just they're not good either. They're in the middle. They're in the middle of the tier when it comes to preference. And when people keep saying Geo is good, look at Zhongli. It's like you're in America. Like healthcare is great. Look at Sweden. What does that have to do with? What does that have to do with the current state of the issue we're talking about in this realm of things? Ivy is saying, Walrus, take off your shirt. Nani? Actually, I could. I do have a. Gotta be very careful. Oh no! You guys see anything? You guys see anything? Nah, you guys didn't see anything. You're good. Oh. Perfect. Ah. Say Crawford says, makes me glad I don't care about meta. Exactly. People who don't care about meta won't ever get affected. Genshin is not that difficult to the point where you need to be any... I mean, you have to kind of understand how team compositions work if you want to beat the Abyss. You can't just go in, right? Like, you can't just be like, oh, let's make a team. I want to beat the Abyss. Fuck the meta. We're going to go with Barbara, main DPS. My level 40 Barbara, where is she? Oh, my level 20 Barbara DPS, paired with Noelle, paired with GOMC, paired with Jean, right? Hey, let's go try to beat the Abyss. Floor 12, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You have to have a certain level of understanding when it comes to the game to be able to challenge the more difficult content, right? I'm not saying meta is important, but I'm not saying meta is useless either. There are certain things in this game that just works. You can build 1 to 2 teams and they can take you through the entire damn game for a very long time until MiHoYo wants to do something about it. Good example, Morgana teams. If you have all the members of the Morgana team, you're fine forever and ever. Even against crowd units, you're fine, right? If you build the national team, you're fine. You're gonna be fine. You can build Tartaglia firework team. You're gonna be fine, right? You can even build Ayaka off-brand freeze team. You're gonna be solid. So far, MiHoYo has shown no reason to make any changes to hinder how powerful some of these teams are. Or artifact luck. Yeah, you can get great artifact luck and boost your team up. But like I said, even if you have all level 90s for the team I just mentioned, Barbara main DPS, Noelle, Jean, and then main GOMC, you're gonna struggle, man. Really, you're gonna struggle. You can do decent. You might be able to clear Abyss 12, but you're not going to be able to clear with any, good timing. You can have really great artifacts. You can have decent weapons as well. You're just going to struggle. You're not utilizing the tools that the game provides to help beat some of this difficult content. Doesn't mean you're wrong. We have to differentiate that. Doesn't mean you are playing the game wrong. You're playing the game fine. It says you're not optimizing the game, right? But who says you need to optimize? Here's the thing. Meta is here for people to take advantage of, to have an easier time. If you don't care about meta, you want to challenge yourself, you want to make things a little more difficult but interesting for yourself, that's actually very smart to do as well, to give yourself more content. That's why a lot of content creators, you guys see, they're very popular, right? People love seeing it. 4 Kokomis versus the Hydro Hypostasis. Challenge yourself. Make it difficult. Let's see how that turns out, right? Or 4 Hu Taos challenging the Pyro Hypostasis. A lot of people enjoy watching this. A lot of people think it's interesting. Adding challenges has always been a great way to play Genshin. It's a PvE game. You don't lose anything, right? You can dive a million times. You can really grind a lot on this game if you know where to do it. And meta is one of those things that you can tweak left, tweak right, and make changes to, and actually end up heavily benefiting overall when it comes to enjoyment. All right. So someone's asking, do I ever think there's going to be a level 100? I do think so. I do think level 100 is going to come. But here's the thing, right? Talents can go up to level 15, right? Talents, I hear, can go up to level 15. So level 100 has to come. Unless they're going to find another way to give us more. But the thing is, there needs to be content which demands level 100. I think level 100 is going to be a huge jump from level 90. Level 90 right now is already crushing through the game and demands a huge amount of resource for a very minuscule amount of buff. But level 100 might be a huge jump to the point where there's going to be new content. If you want your DPS to stay consistent and up to par with the new content, level 100 is going to be a must. There's going to be maybe some, like I was saying, Awakening, Ascension, whatever. That maybe can take, Kaching. Maybe they can fix Kaching with level 100, right? Kaching, the difference between Kaching level 90 Ascension 6 versus level 100 Awakening is going to be vastly different. Who knows? Level 100, I think, is going to come, and it's going to come with the ability to take your talents up to level 15, which is going to run you about probably 10 million per talent. Good luck, people. Have fun farming. So it's fun, right? That's why I think Genshin still has a lot of headroom to grow, a lot of headroom for us to enjoy, and slowly miHoYo is going to release that more difficult content for people to challenge. And I think that's going to be great. I enjoy it, right? I enjoy it. I'm hopeful. Call me hopium, call me copium, call me crazy. But I believe. I honestly do. I honestly think that going forward, we're going to have a great time in Genshin Impact. It's just right now, how can you enjoy the good times when you haven't gone through the bad? Oh my god, Walrus, you're so freaking corny! Walrus, I get it, alright? I did the reaction for you guys, so you guys don't need to do it, but really, it's like you eat something sweet, and the salty flavored snack tastes better. And then after you eat the salty flavored snacks, you go back to eating the sweet one, it's going to taste better. We are already going through the worst part. Listen, people, it can't get worse than this. It can't. It honestly can't. I refuse to believe it can get worse than what we currently went through, right? The anniversary, the weak characters. It can't be worse. We're going into a slow patch right after that. How can it be worse? It can only go up from here. We're at the bottom, people. Stick it through. There's going to be people 1 year from now being like, holy smokes, Genshin is such a great game. Hey, you should have looked at the game a year ago. Right? It's on its deathbed. I was the one who paid its freaking life support. Sansa River says, that is a death flag. I may have jinxed it. Right? Imagine if next day everybody wakes up and we find out Genshin Impact was the biggest virus scam of the century. You lost all your data, all your money is gone. You're also now in debt. You wake up in the bathtub missing one kidney because miHoYo tracked you down when you were sleeping. Yeah, it could be really bad, right? Of course, they can always find a way, but trust me, miHoYo is a company that wants to see their game do good. They want to see their game be better, right? They've went through a lot of this. I've been spending the past few days. I don't know if you guys are doing it or you guys just gave up, but I've been writing my surveys. I've been doing miHoYo surveys like there's no tomorrow. Been writing them feedback. I've been very efficient. I stopped writing a lot, but I get to the freaking point and tell them, here are some things that are really wrong, and I really hope going forward this can change. I've been doing that for the past few days. Every single survey I can get my hands on. Yes, I do their surveys, people. Maybe next time I'll bring one up onto the stream and do it with you guys, because I take this shit very seriously. A lot of people keep thinking, oh, Walrus, you're just a hater. You hate the game. Just quit. I bet those people don't put nearly as much, don't even put 10% of the effort into the game that I do when it comes to, writing surveys, giving feedback, playing the game, trying different things. Right? I care about this game. I really do. I don't know if you guys can hear it, my voice. I care about this game. I want it to succeed. I was one of miHoYo's last defenders as a content creator, right? I was like the last one to jump ship. Basically, there were people like the ship waddled a little bit on the freaking water and they jumped ship. I was the guy who was like, the ship pretty much already sank a couple meters down before I was like, oh, you know what? I think this ship is going down. I think at this point the ship is freaking going down. But, I want the best for the game. I do see the potential. I can see miHoYo is working. There's a lot of misconception. There's a lot of just blind hate thrown towards miHoYo for no reason sometimes. It's unjustified, and I do call it out. But, yeah, at the end of the day, it's going to be great. Listen, I've been talking to Flowcat. Flowcat, are you still here? I've been talking to Flowcat, right? Just talking, saying like, it can't get worse than this, right? There's no way it can get any worse than this, right? So we've been saying like we're only gonna go up from here. We're very hopeful. Flowcat has been with me for a while now. Flowcat, when did you join? Like before Kazuha, right? 1.5. Flowcat has been with me for 4 patches now. Damn, it feels like it's been a long time. We've lost a lot of good people along the way, right? I don't know how many people remember this. Do you guys remember Ringo? There used to be this kid called Ringo. I think he quit the game as well. So, I mean, it's great. I still have some people with me. Not everybody could have made it through that rough sailing. I'm just saying, not everybody could have made it through that rough sailing. But you guys made it through, so might as well stick for the rest of the ride. All right. We found Zaro Zion. Is that Ringo? No, that's not Ringo. Zaro Zion. Yeah, so like we pick up some new faces, we lost some old players, some people just couldn't grind it through. I get it, right? I get it. It's a tough grind through Genshin. I'm here at the forefront, people. I'm a content creator. I have to play the game. I have to talk about the game, make content for the game. I'm working with MiHoYo here. They pay me pennies and dimes, but it doesn't matter, right? I care about the game. I like the game enough that I don't mind. I definitely want to check out newer games, right? Lost Ark, I want to play new games, but I don't know if I'm going to make content for it. Blue Protocol, definitely want to check out Blue Protocol if it comes out. I don't know if it's going to be enough for me to jump ship. If I really dive nose deep, like fully dive into it, I might switch. I don't know, right? Currently, I like Genshin enough, but here's the thing, right? There's a great saying. Once, there was a guy who told his wife, hey, I love you. I love you so much. I love you 100%. I love you, darling, honey, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I love you 100%, but I'm still sorry because over there, I met a woman that I love 1000%. You get the idea? Sometimes it just doesn't work out. But so far, I'm pretty committed to Genshin. I think it's fun. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy memeing about the game. I enjoy talking about the game. I can get serious. I can get memey. You know, it's great. MiHoYo gives us enough content for the game, both good and bad. Pokemon Final Fantasy 14 says, then you get a kick in the balls. Exactly. It sucks. It sucks. Of course, there's going to be backlash, right? If you're so committed to something and then suddenly you just jump ship because something else just stole your heart. I used love as an example, but it applied to video games as well. Sometimes you can love a game so much and then a new one comes out, you give it a try and you just get hooked. There's no help. And then you just want to play that game all day, every day, no life it. I'm sure it's happened to you guys. Has it not happened to you guys before? Right? You love this game so much, yet let's say a friend or whatever, a new game, you just want to try it out. You just went in to try it out. And you're like, holy smokes, I love this game so much. And you go play it. And you just jump ship. Not because you hate the original one. Just the new one was so much better. Erotic Walrus. Casper is asking, Erotic Walrus, if you were to choose any universe, what would you want Genshin to collab with? One Piece. I'm a huge One Piece fan. I would love for Genshin to collaborate with One Piece. But I feel like One Piece characters are dressed a little more flashy. And MiHoYo would never do that. MiHoYo would never do that. Zoro would be a sword user, right? Zoro would be a sword user. You can maybe pull for Zoro's weapons, which you can see like Ryoma, you can see Ichimonji, and you can see the Emma. Oh, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I would definitely wail on that banner. I might get Zoro to C6 and his weapon to R5. And now you got me thinking. Nami can be a polearm user. Usopp can be a bow user. Interesting. Or Nami can be a catalyst user. Robin can be a bow user. No, Robin will be the catalyst user. Nami will be the polearm because she has that stick she wings around, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, interesting. But yeah, it's never gonna happen. MiHoYo has stated many times they want to build their own universe. They want to build their own reality. They want to immerse people in Genshin. And listen, people. MiHoYo is working on VR. Trust. They're gonna port their different universes into the VR in the future. They're working on full dive technology. I think they mentioned the CEO was talking. They were investing quite a big sum of money into developing full dive technology. Hey, I'm too damn old. All right, I'm getting close to my 50s. I might not make it. You guys probably can. You guys probably can. All right. By the time that technology comes to fruition, hey, they might ask you to frickin' implant a chip in your brain just to be able to use the technology. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm probably going to be like 70, 80 years old by then. You youngsters, you younglings, go there and live the dream. All right? Go there and live the dream. Like, no thanks. No chips for me. I'm good. They ain't putting that poison in my head. Hey. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, brother. No chips for us, baby. We rolling all natural out here. Hey, they ain't putting chips in anywhere near me. I take all the chips if I can be with Ganyu. There you go. 2 types of people in this world. 2 types of people in this world. Hey, remember, people, remember. When we say full dive, we're not talking any of that weak ass VR BS. We're talking full dive. See, smell, taste, hear, feel. That's the big one. That's the big one. Feel. Hey, what if Da Wei puts you in to the VR and Da Wei is like, welcome everyone. You guys may have noticed that your logout buttons are gone. Oh. And also, for anybody who did not purchase the Battle Pass, you will now have your pain meters increased by 2 times, 200%. And let me tell you, if you die in this game, you will die for real. Now, for the people who are content creators, you will be labeled and everybody will know that you are content creators. So for the erotic walrus haters, he's right over there on the west side of the plaza. And his avatar has a astoundingly high definition in the feet. I see you have calibrated them quite finely, erotic walrus. And over there in the east plaza is Mr. Tectone. Bro, that's gonna be some pretty sad days. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what? On second thought, I don't know about the chip. I don't know about the chip, man. Sanzu Rivers is gacha is basically the beta for the pain meter. Dude, honestly. I think at this point, I've done gacha enough to feel no pain. Like, really, when I get shafted in gacha games or like in other luck-based games, I don't feel it. I don't. It's insane. Bro, it's gonna be hilarious if they actually do it's gonna be hilarious if they do actually release full dive and then they release like these character playthroughs. For example, you can purchase DLCs. Let's say you want to hang out, like character hangouts, but like for real, like you're actually in the world hanging out with these characters. You can, and the AI is advanced enough at that point, you can do spontaneous things and they can react naturally, right? And then MiHoYo released the sales of their DLC packages, and the skimpiest, freaking naughtiest female characters sales are gonna be so far through the gosh darn roof that it's gonna make you be like, interesting. Oh, the Ganyu, the Liyue girls sleepover party package apparently is ranked at #1, and it's 10 times the sales number of the second place, A Night Out with Zhongli. Interesting. Surprising. The Ganyu, the Liyue girls sleepover hangout, oh my god, it got 2 billion in sales in one day. Holy smokes, who would have thought? Gosh damn. That's how they're gonna get us. Dawei knows. He knows all the money that he's missing out now. He's gonna get it back with the Liyue girls sleepover party hangout. Woo-wee. I don't even know what the world's gonna be like with Full Dive. Honestly, I don't. I can meme about it all I want. You can bet your damn ass that that's gonna be a definite direction it's gonna head towards. There's also gonna be the other one where there's gonna be like, you're gonna be able to go in and do actual combat, right? It's gonna be a lot of fun. Dude, I just second guess myself purchasing a product from a Chinese company that allows you to full dive. All right, I'd watch myself if I were you. Justin Brown asking, will you be streaming at 70? Are you asking me? If you're asking me whether I'll be streaming what I do with the Liyue Girls Hangout event, in actual full dive, I will neither confirm nor deny whether I will be streaming that content. Sun says, full dive is basically going to advance the wrong industry. Feet everywhere. I think people will definitely get to live out their fantasies. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, we can talk about it regarding Genshin, but I think full dive technology is gonna allow people to live out different fantasies. And it's gonna really create a problem where I think a lot of people would rather live in the full dive world. I know people, all right? I know people who have straight up looked me in my soul socket and says like, if full dive ever comes out, I'm leaving. Like, that will be my new reality. I am not gonna live in this world if full dive is gonna be as free as we think it is. And I'm sure a lot of people are like that. All right, it's fine. No judging, but it's just at the end of the day, it's a dangerous thing to even think about. And I don't think it's going to be possible to full dive without some sort of chip implant. How many people are going to be willing to do that? That's a permanent implant in your brain, like on your brain or somewhere related to your brain. Somehow, I don't think the technology is going to be mature enough to have full dive available without some sort of direct connection of some sort. I don't think it's possible. I could be wrong. Full dive could be pay to win with as well. Yeah, you can only experience full dive on 480p unless you pay for the damn bandwidth. There's going to be a lot of throttling. Right? Just like your computer. You can get the best graphics card. You can get the best full dive gear, but you frickin' live in the middle of Timbuktu. Like up the hill, you're you're gonna get shitty ass internet. You're gonna have to up your internet, up your hardware, right? You're gonna have to pay the subscription fees. You're gonna be a couple $100 in debt just so you can load into that damn world. Not including the chip implant. Wait, we really need the frickin' hat here, right? Everything we're talking about is so speculatory and so frickin' conspiracy. How am I not wearing the hat? Here's the thing. It's great to consider this kind of technology for the future, but I'm seriously worried. And why are we even talking about that? It's because Dawei, MiHoYo themselves has openly said they're experimenting with this type of technology. They're trying to develop it. They're working towards this reality. Right? Am I going to make it? Realistically speaking, probably not. Am I going to make it to see that day come? Probably not. All right. Novelty says nice hat. Thank you. It's fitted to my head. It's fitted to my head. I mean, honestly, what do you guys think? Right? Realistically speaking, I think Genshin Impact and all of these other MiHoYo games are just eventually funneling and going towards this vision that MiHoYo has said. That the CEO of MiHoYo has openly said that's where they're headed. That's what they want to do in the future. Right? I think Genshin already took such a huge stride forward for like gacha games in general, just video games in genre, being able to connect the mobile, PlayStation, and PC players. Well, rip Xbox and Switch so far. I would love to see Xbox. Wait, do they have Xbox? I don't think so, right? Love to see Xbox. Would love to see the Switch. Right? Takes time. This stuff definitely takes time. Great to see companies being willing to push towards this direction, though. MiHoYo definitely is not like the exemplary company when it comes to making content and making good business decisions that creates win-win scenarios for the players and the company. But at the end of the day, they made a great product, right? They made a great product, and I think the other companies should learn from the goods of MiHoYo. Yes, the MiHoYo made a lot of money and they're being greedy. They made a lot of money by being greedy, but other companies should see the bigger picture, the longevity. I think MiHoYo will likely have competition going forward, all right? There's definitely other games right now currently in development that's willing to take a longer, but it's going to rival Genshin when it comes to actual quality. We'll see. We'll see. So far, Genshin has been great. I'm not going to be pulling for Hu Tao, all right? Chat, I'm not pulling for Hu Tao, but I am giving 2 Hu Taos away. So make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you can't win. I'm going to be giving the 2 Hu Taos away in the live streams. So it's all thanks to courtesy to the Wallet Archon, Mr. Sanzu River. He's in chat right now. So you guys can thank Mr. Sanzu River for doing some really great things for the community here on my channel. Yeah, we'll love to see you guys win some Hu Taos. We'll see whether we're going to be giving away Staff of Homas. We'll see. We'll see. Staff of Homa is definitely a bigger prize, just in case we lose that we lose them 50-50s. All right. So with that said, I think we have reached the end of our discussion today. That was a lot of fun. We went on an entire trip, I think towards the last 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It's been like a just chatting stream, but that's what streaming is about, right? Love talking to you guys. A lot of fun. A little scary thinking about full dive, but hey, don't worry. I got my hat on. I hope you guys have your hat ons as well. So you guys, what we were discussing now doesn't get out into the public. We don't get monitored. But wait, we're live streaming. But anyways, the government can't track my thoughts. I can say stuff and I can think stuff. Right now, they can know what I'm saying, but they can't read my brain waves. All right, I'm protected. I'm shielded. Make sure, guys, when making your protective gear, you have to make sure the shiny side out. Always make sure the shiny side out. Okay. With that said, make sure you're subscribed. I'll say that one more time. If you're not subscribed, you can't win the giveaway. Look forward to the Hu Tao giveaway. All right. I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Next Wednesday, Wednesday, right? Yeah, next Wednesday, which is going to be the 27th of October. Maybe we'll get into some Halloween spirits. All right. Mahoya won't give it to us. I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do. All right. Till then, urge y'all, stay safe, peace, and we're out. Good night.